Hey guys, so I'm editing right now and I realized that you can probably tell that I'm super low energy in this video. And I was about to reshoot it, but then I thought maybe we could learn something about the transits from this. This is a weird angle, but I'm comfy. So currently, Jupiter is in 22 degrees of Sagittarius. In my natal chart, I have Jupiter in retrograde in 15 degrees Sagittarius. This means that these two planets are conjuncting each other right now, and I'm feeling super overwhelmed. So for two planets to be conjuncting, they have to be within 11 degrees of each other. Usually when you look up birth charts online, it will tell you exactly how many degrees a planet is in one of the signs. So if this ever happens again and I realize that I'm not being the most high energy, most exciting Becca that I possibly can be, I think I'm going to continue to put in these little clips and kind of explain what's happening in the sky right now and how that's affecting me personally, and maybe that can help you guys decipher your own charts. So thanks for sticking in there with me. I'm sorry I wasn't super energetic, but you can blame Jupiter, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Welcome to Juno B. My name's Becca and I'm an Aries Sun, Scorpio Rising, Gemini Moon. Today we're talking about the water signs of the zodiac: Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, in that order. If you guys missed the elements video, go watch it. I'll leave a little card over here so that you can learn a little bit more about the water signs before we get into more specifics. These three different water signs relate to three different bodies of water. Cancer is related to the sea, Scorpio is the lotus swamp, and Pisces is the stream. Cancer relates to the sea because they're the true ruler of the fourth house, which is the house of family. This implies that the sea is where all life comes from. Scorpio is the lotus swamp because they have great staying and regenerative ability, and they can take their surroundings, no matter how off-putting they may be, and make something beautiful out of it. Pisces is the stream because they are easily influenced by those around them, often adopting their emotions and mentalities, just like the stream goes into larger bodies of water. We've also talked in the last few videos how each sign is either cardinal, fixed, or mutable. These are called qualities. Cardinal signs take initiative, fixed signs are pre-planners, and mutable signs love change. Cancer is the cardinal sign, Scorpio is the fixed sign, and Pisces is the mutable sign. I don't really have anything else to say, so I guess we can just jump right into Cancer. Moon child, moon child, moon child. I am a moon child. My standards are high, but my feelings of love, they run deep. Cancer is the true ruler of the fourth house, the house of family and the home. Their glyph looks like this. Their planetary ruler is the moon, their symbol is the crab, and their mantra is I feel. Cancer is a rather complex sign. We know that all of these water signs have very deep capacity for emotions, but Cancer's emotions are usually geared toward the home. When we think about Cancer's symbol as the crab, we can already draw conclusions about this sign. Crabs have a very tough exterior and a very soft interior. So oftentimes Cancers will put up a wall to kind of defend themselves between them and the world. This might be secluding themselves from things, not wanting to go out much, but it always ends up reaching them in the end. Because they're the natural ruler of the fourth house, this solitude won't last for very long because they end up needing companionship or creating a family in some sense. Cancers are typically well-intentioned, but they tend to flip on a dime. So at one moment they can be extremely charming and outgoing, and then at another they can be very introverted and shy. Since they have so much going on internally, it's very easy for them to achieve their goals, but if they feel hurt, it's really hard for them to collaborate. Cancers are known as serial monogamists, so when they have their person, that's it. They can be amazing mothers and fathers, but they have to be careful not to be helicopter parents and not to smother someone with their love. Because of this extremely soft interior, they're very sensitive to their own emotions, and they often understand them very well. So they usually try to avoid mental as well as physical discomfort. So they don't like to do many physical activities that end up getting them a little bit dirty or hurt in any way. A Cancer has to decide that they want to do something on their own. If they feel like you're forcing them to do something, nothing's gonna happen. But when they're doing something that they truly love, they're usually at the top of their game. So when misplaced, a Cancer can be very shy and standoffish and often extremely emotional and unable to collaborate with others.
And I can see right through your soul and out the other end. They say my sign is the ruler of physical fun. But where are all these stories coming from? It's not me, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Can't you see it must be some other Scorpio?
Scorpio is the ruler of the 8th house, the house of death, sex, and regeneration. Their glyph looks like this, their planetary ruler is Pluto, their symbol is the scorpion, and their mantra is I create. I feel like the most common stereotype for Scorpio is that they're very intense and direct, and these are both true. More than any other sign, Scorpios are all about transformation, and they're constantly trying to change the status quo. Because Scorpios act with their willpower, and they are still a water sign, so those emotional tendencies can get in the way, it's important for them to plan ahead and have a course of action in order for them to achieve their goals. Scorpios tend to vehemently defend what they believe to be right, which is why a lot of times politicians have strong placements in Scorpio. They always defend what they believe to be just. And I am making that distinction because I think it's important to remember that not everyone has the same definition of good and evil. The planetary alignments are very similar between Aries and Scorpio, so there are a few similarities there, but as we talked about before, Aries don't have great staying power. They like to start things, but don't always finish them. Scorpios, since they're a fixed sign, are amazing at finishing what they start. Scorpios do not like weakness in themselves or in others, but they are willing to reach out and give someone help when they feel like they can step in. However, once they've given this help, they expect that person to now stand on their own and work for what they need, rather than just putting all of the responsibility on the Scorpio. The thing that makes Scorpio a little bit different than other water signs is that they're extremely unfiltered. So they feel something, they're gonna say it, and you're gonna know. However, they tend to be highly secretive because I do think that they still have this very soft spot at the root of their true emotions. Since Scorpios have an extremely high sex drive, when misplaced, they can be jealous, possessive, and in the worst cases, they can be violent.
If Dreamland had a ruler, then Pisces would be king. Pisces, 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 the water sign, the magical mind, so gentle and kind.
Pisces is the true ruler of the 12th house, the house of transcendence and the unknown. Their glyph looks like this, their planetary ruler is Neptune, their symbol is the fish, and their mantra is I believe. So I mentioned in the elements video that the water signs can be linked with psychic ability, and I feel like that's because of their deep capacity for intuition. Pisces is a really great example of this. They oftentimes can adopt other ways of thinking and other ways of feeling as well. Pisces always want to do the right thing, but unlike the other water signs, they do not have strong willpower. Therefore, their life's journey is about standing in the face of the unknown with simple faith. Since a Pisces is represented by these two fish swimming in opposite directions, this speaks volumes to the duality of Pisces and also how they're not really able to make up their minds easily. When we think about Pisces in the natural birth chart, they're all the way at the very end. So they have this sort of tired feeling of living lives before this one, and they're not really ready to fight anymore. Because of this, when provoked, they aren't really able to calm down. This might all seem like kind of bad stuff, but they have such charm and humor and a capacity for love that this opens up so many gates for them if they're just willing to take them. A Pisces needs to maintain their individuality. If they are doing something that restricts their own uniqueness, they're going to fall extremely depressed. And because of this duality and high emotional capacity, they're often amazing artists and musicians and pretty much anything in that sort of creative world. also sensitizes a Pisces to all of human suffering, which is why they're so emotional, because they can feel your emotions. When a Pisces truly realizes themselves, they are loving and loyal and compassionate and honestly just fantastic. Their entire life's journey is about becoming themselves. That might sound like a really simple task, but for somebody who has a strong placement of Pisces in their chart, this can be an entire life's journey. I feel like this whole video I've been very sensitive as I've been talking. It's probably just because I'm in the mindset of the water signs and I'm trying to sort of like tiptoe or like paddle my way through the water, like very slowly. But I hope all of that made sense to you guys, and we are done with the zodiac signs. We did all of them. I'm so excited and happy that you guys came along and did this with me. Next week, we're doing the planets. We're gonna have 2 separate videos dedicated to the planets. We're doing inner planets, and then we're doing outer planets. What does that mean? Stay tuned until next week to find out. Oh, I nailed that. I nailed that so hard. Make sure to leave some comments down below and let me know if you're relating to these things that I'm talking to you about. I'd love to get some of your insights on the different things that I'm saying. If you guys liked, thank you for liking. If you subscribed, thank you for subscribing. And if you did neither, just forget it. Okay? Just forget it. That's it for today's video. I post every Tuesday and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!